I will read the first few poems of Crazy by Linda Vigan Phillips. April 1963. Beth's Opinion. Beth Warson says I'm crazy. You know how best friends love to raise you like that, calling you crazy when you do something wild? Man, Laura, you're crazy, she said when I told her I almost jumped off the 11th Street Bridge last week, the day of basic colors in home ec, where we were supposed to discover the color that would bring out our skin tones. And you can just imagine what it would do for the zits scattered about around our faces like a bad case of chickenpox. Mrs. Honeycutt made us stand in the front of the room in front of all those prissy girls from Tremont, you know, from up on the hill where all the fancy big houses are, the girls who have shoes to match every outfit. Honeycutt twirled this color chart right next to my face, really right next to my mouth, like an arrow pointing directly to my huge front teeth, which Jerry Pruner already calls buck teeth. So everyone in the whole room focused on my teeth to determine what my basic color was. And before you know it, that horrible heart-thumping feeling started creeping up from beneath my bra, and I thought, God, help me, here it comes again. And the high collar on my blouse did nothing to stop the heat and color from crawling up my neck, not evenly like a sunburn, but in splotches like cauliflower gone real bad. The room got so hot you could probably cook that cauliflower, and then those circles started to grow under my armpits. But thank goodness this time I had the big brown cardigan on. It matches almost everything I have, including the penny loafers, so I didn't have to concentrate on keeping my arms plastered against my body so nobody could see the half moons of sweat. Then my eyes and ears caught the snickers starting to circulate around the room. Penny, Rhonda, Babs, the cheerleader babes, and the whispers I knew. I just knew for sure were not only about my ugly teeth, my beet red face, my splotchy neck. But the whole way I completely freak out every time I get embarrassed, which lately seems to be at the rate of every 2 seconds, even when I don't have to give a speech. All I had to do was stand there, for Pete's sake. I can just hear Jerry Pruner after class. Hey, Laura, is that disease all over your neck contagious? So the class decided on brown for my basic color, as in mud, rats, rotten bananas, swamp water, and dirty anything. I ran out the side door after school. Thank heaven home ec was last period. Thinking my cheeks were so hot they must be leaving a trail of smoke, I stopped by the canal, swarming with hungry pelicans and screeching gulls, and I wondered, just wondered and wondered, for I don't know how long, what it would feel like not to sit and dangle my feet through the slats and daydream and watch, like I usually do, but instead to climb up on the railing and let myself just slip off and down and down and down. I decided against it because, of course, I'm not the crazy one in our family. My opinion. Megan's favorite creature on earth is her car, and whenever anything big happens with the cat, Beth, Diane, and I are the first to hear. Today at lunch, we barely sat down when Megan came up, breathless, bursting to tell us what happened over the weekend. Megan told us between sandwich gulps about how her cat had been missing since last Friday morning. It never stays away longer than a few hours, so they knew something was up. They posted signs, scoured the neighborhood, and even knocked on some doors. Turned out it was trapped in her next-door neighbor's cellar. Her dad said it likely squeezed through a small hole in an air vent next to the furnace that roars like an outboard motor when it cycles on and off. I stopped eating when Megan did a pretty convincing rendition of the cat's plaintive cry, the one that caught her attention when she took the garbage out last night. I can picture that cat cowering in the musty darkness, terrorized by the unpredictable noise, unable to make a move, frozen in fear, wide-eyed, trembling, trapped. Beth can call me crazy if she wants, but I'm not crazy. I'm more like the cat, hiding out at my house, never knowing what might happen next, stuck in this body, in this family, a little fearful. No, a lot fearful of things I can't explain. I can't explain why rooms get too hot. Eyes start to stare, words evaporate, and bridges call my name. But I also can't explain why I felt so good dancing cheek to cheek with Dennis Martin like I did at the after game dance last week. It stirred up my inside something fierce in such a new way I almost forgot I live in the twilight zone, somewhat on the other side of sanity.